Welcome back to You Not Gonna Like This. This is episode 9, Misconceptions of Relationships. This is a good topic. I feel like when I picked this one, like I said, I'm trying to get into the more pop culture of things. So I'm trying to hit on topics that's really popular amongst social media and what I hear based on an everyday basis. Today with me, we got one of my childhood friends, Alexis. Um, you might introduce yourself because I didn't really prepare that part.
So I'm Alexis. I also go to George Mason. TJ and I've been friends for years since we were like in daycare. So yeah, I'm excited to be on and give my little input here and there.
Yeah, we're glad to have you on as well. So the layout for this episode, guys, is that um, we're gonna talk about communication, expression, and dress appropriation because based on what I've seen on Twitter and other social media outlets, those are the main things people have questions about when it comes to being in relationships. And those that do know me know that I've never really been in a true relationship, but when it comes to that, I want y'all to know that I listen, I watch, and I see, and I observe almost everything. So with the content that I'm going to talk about, like I just mentioned, and the things I do say here and forth is going to be good things because I'm very observant when it comes to a lot of things people don't know about me. But enough about that part. Let me go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing we're going to hit on is communication. Communication is probably one of the biggest things in relationships that, things falter because of it, because, somebody not texting what they doing through the day, or somebody not texting what their schedules are, and what's going on. And, even though I haven't been in a true relationship all out, but I became close to people that I've wanted to date and things of that nature. So I understand the communication portion and how it can become very frustrating because you want to see this person win, you ain't got but this time to see them, and if you don't do it then it's like when is it gonna happen? Go from today, then it'd be like not today, and it could be 2 weeks, and you just texting back and forth for 2 straight weeks, and nobody likes a texting relationship because that can get very dry fast, and it can get very frustrating because just the conversation dies after a while. But Lex, big first question for you is, what is the biggest things in communication, well, in this topic that arise? What are the biggest problems that arise within communication and relationships?
I think for me is really knowing what communication is to start off. Because like a lot of people, they think about communication and it's like, oh, I'm talking. But it's more than just talking. You have to like actively listen to who you're talking to. And I think a lot of times, in relationships, you talk to be heard, but not really to hear what they have to say, in a sense, sometimes, not all the time. But I think a lot of people, they say, oh, well, it fell through because of communication, but it really wasn't true communication. So I think that's really one of the biggest things that you have to be mindful of and like really hone in on, am I actually effectively communicating with who I want to be with? And that starts from like day one for me, like from the jump, I would want to know what your expectations are. Not just, that's why you don't have like, okay, you want to see me today? Oh no, not today. Like you don't have that issue where you start off the bat like, this is what I want to talk to you for, and this is what I don't want to talk to you for. Or if you just want one thing and not the other, I would feel like way more better if you just say that off top than saying, oh well, let me talk to you and then don't want to talk to me. So I think really just being straightforward from the jump is the best.
Well, I can't not disagree. Our parents, especially our moms, they're the most straightforward people that we know. So they would definitely agree with us if they definitely saw this. I know that for a fact. But yeah, that's a true big thing. Being able to figure out what effective communication truly is, because some people miss that point. They think because you just talking to that person is really becoming a genuine and you're fostering a real relationship. When sometimes that cannot be the case. My biggest thing my mom used to tell me when I was growing up is sometimes you gotta listen to understand, and I listen to reply. And I actually saw that on somebody's Instagram the other day about one of the biggest pet peeves when they're actually talking to somebody is like that they tend to listen to just say something back and not actually take it in. and respond to that nature. Yeah, and like straight from the jump. Couldn't say it better because I'm not a man of confusion. I hate confusion. I can't stand it. Man, I can't stand it. And be I try not to get frustrated because I know my frustrations and my anger are two different things. Like I try my hardest not to get angry or frustrated because I don't like that side of me, and I know that can get really bad because I know you've seen me mad before. I know a lot of people that know me and watch this podcast have seen me angry before, and it's nothing I'm proud of, and it's not a really pleasant sight at all. But um, next, we can go on into expression. Expression is another big thing that people miss in relationships. They think just because you're doing a little hard eyes on the Instagram photos, or you send in these private snap messages when somebody posts a picture and stuff like that. They think that they're doing their due diligence of expressing the care for an individual, when that is truly not the case. But it's also some things. The questions that I have is like, I'm not a social media person, not a big social media person. I have all of but like 3 posts on my Instagram. I'm really active on Twitter, if anything, but I barely post pictures. So I gotta. So my first question to you is that for individuals that aren't really, social media involved, what would be a great way of expressing their care for another individual?
I think just like words of affirmation, that goes a long way, depending on who you're talking to. And I know a lot of times people, they want that social media aspect of, oh, well, why am I not on your page? Or, oh, why won't you post me? Why am I not on your story? But some people, one, they're really private, and it's not the fact. Some people, they don't want you to be on there. We'll start there. But then sometimes people just are private, and they don't want to put everything out there from the jump, which I respect, because I'm kind of like that myself. I may post my boyfriend here and there, but he may not be on my page because I like to keep that stuff to myself so it's not out there. But yeah, I would say just telling them how you feel. If they aren't social media type people, that goes a long way. Or showing them how you feel, and it doesn't have to be something extravagant all the time. You can just write them something or say, hey, I'm thinking about you, or what are you doing? I hope you had a good day. Supporting them. It's easy stuff that you can do that a lot of people just don't think about doing or think it's just too little, but it really goes a long way. So.
Yeah, you can say that. The little things truly in relationships, they really do matter. Just saying, just checking in on them, saying how you do, how was your day today, what's going on for you today. Things like that are really important. Like Lex said, I'm a private person as well, so like, I don't be too crazy, posting photos of everybody and what's going on in my life, because I like my life to myself, and I don't need everybody in my business, because that is not something I enjoy at all. But
and then you get that feedback. You put your person out there, and it's like, oh, you talking to them, like. Then you get all these stories.
Then you gotta deal with that. You gotta deal with that bug in your ear, like, oh man, if I post this, they gonna know this, and they gonna know this, and then you start second guessing yourself, and it's like,
it's not even worth it.
It's not. It's just bad. It's all bad. That's why I really don't be telling people when I be talking to people, because it's just like, every time I tell somebody something, y'all go on about this, and it just go downhill fast. It be good, and it just, as soon as I try to say, oh, what you, I try to tell them, and they just fall off. It's not good. But what kind of other? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, at the same time, when you do post somebody, like, it shouldn't be discouraging either when people talking, because if you're really that comfortable to post them, then it's like you should have your relationship on lock. That's how I feel. If you gonna put somebody out there, like, you should know that's the one.
Oh yeah,
anyways, I'm not just posting this person, because no.
Oh yeah, that's 100%. That's 100%. I can say that for myself. I know you could agree with me, my sister, and anybody else that know me truly personally. The day they see me post somebody else with me on my social media, they know it. They know It's set stone. It's not going.
It's raps.
It's raps. It's raps. They know how that's going. They know it's on. They know it's on. But what kind of other advice can you give to those since your relationship yourself that you can advise for those that's kind of in new relationships, relationships that are kind of like, in those in between dying down stages, they can keep the energy going with good expression.
Um, I mean, communication, one, because if you feel some type of way starting off, you should like let that be known. And if you're in between, oh, well, I kind of don't want to do this or whatever, I feel like expressing that and talking through it is the best way to get through it. Just because if you don't say anything, it's not like they can read your mind. So you have to make that known. Also just like keeping things fresh. I'm real spontaneous. So when it comes to like my relationship, I'll just do stuff out the random or like say stuff randomly. So you want to keep your relationship fresh that way. I feel like that's a good way too, because they'll never know like, oh, she just texted me, have a good day, or hey, she just texted me, oh, what are you doing? Like FaceTime me so I can see you. Just things like that throughout the day that you can tell somebody cares about you if you do that. So
Yeah, definitely the spontaneous thing is something I can appreciate. Everybody likes when some plans just hop in your day. Oh, dang, I wasn't doing that. They actually do something. Oh, how about that? That's something. That's something nice right there. And a big thing when she was talking was the communication thing. With these topics, y'all see how like these things interact with each other, and that's another important thing. Relationships. A lot of people they make them very very complicated, and it's not really as complicated as things seem. Like I just said, the principles are interchangeable. You have good communication. I'm trying to tell your expression is really good, and then vice versa. If you're expressing well, it means probably communication as well. So like she said, don't be a square, man. Don't do the same thing. Don't do the same
not
thing.
a square.
Don't do the same thing. Every single day.
No, seriously though, like that's okay. That's boring. Like
Don't do the same
if you
thing.
talk to somebody, like you want to just do stuff at the random, not every day. Hey, what you doing? What you doing now? How was your day? You want to FaceTime? Like that's so boring.
Yeah, don't be a square. Don't be a
Don't do
square.
that.
Like they say, be a circle. You never expecting with a circle. A circle can go from a circle to a cylinder. It could spread out to a rectangle. A circle, a circle is universal. We just gonna go with that. Or a sphere. That's even better because things are always happening with a sphere. It's always turning.
Don't be a square, be a sphere.
Yeah, sphere or circle. Objects that don't have edges. That's even better. But enough of the corny geometry jokes. Uh, um, this episode's kind of short. I thought it was gonna be a little bit longer, but I'm gonna see. Might have something else we can add. But next thing is dress appropriation. Now, I see on the Twitter sometimes. A lot of people get offended. Y'all go to this nice, I guess, classy restaurant, like I guess you could say like Cooper's Hawk or a Cheesecake Factory. Y'all, the communication is not there. That's a big problem with that. And then everybody thinking this, and homeboy pulls up in Adidas pants and the and the Samoas, or the T-shirt, and you went all out, put your heels on, did your makeup and all kinds of things, to look great for it. I'm not gonna lie. If we are going somewhere and it's nice, you gotta tell me because if you just say going out to eat, my mind is not gonna be thinking high class eatery because a lot of times, everybody's cheap. Let's just be honest here. Everybody's pretty cheap. When I think eat, now I don't think to go because I would be real salty if you say you want to get something to eat and we go to McDonald's. I could stay for this. We could have just FaceTime or something and we could have made up the differences there. Like 9 out of 10, because being from a small area and you just say going to eat, I think like an Applebee's or like a Buffalo Wild, like a Ruby Tuesdays, but they're not open anymore, sadly. But things are just not high class, pretty medium class. So it's just like wear what's comfortable. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. So how do you feel about the thing? How do you make sure that when you're going on a date, with your boyfriend and everybody is, dressing up to code?
It would just be a matter of how it's said. Like, if he's like, let's go grab food, then it's like, okay, we're going to grab food. I don't really care what I have on. But if it's established, like, we're going on a date, I'm the type of person that likes to dress up for no reason anyways. So I'm already going to be over the top. And, like, he knows that. So if he says we're going out on a date, that means we're going somewhere nice. And even if we're sitting down, like, I feel like if I tell him, hey, can we dress up? Or sometimes he's just like, can we dress up? Or we're dressing up tonight. And I'm like, okay, because I'm fine with that. So I think it just has to be like established from the jump if you're going to grab something to eat or if you're going out to eat. Because that's totally different. But nothing is wrong. We're going out to eat too in regular clothes. So it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with it at all. You just, you gotta tell me what's happening. Because like you just said, I like to be comfortable everywhere I go. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I hate wearing jeans to work. So that's the 10 you'll catch me in shorts, jogging pants, or active pants. That's 9 out of the 10. That's what I'm always gonna be in. Because don't like putting jeans on. I definitely don't like putting church clothes on for no reason at all. Because I know when I do the high school officiating, man, I gotta put on business casual every game I go to. And man, that gets annoying. But it's for a reason, so I'd be happy to do it. But yeah, it's all about how you say it, for real, for real. Like, if you say, let's go grab some food, then 9 out of 10, probably gonna be like a, McDonald's or Wendy's runs, or you might go, since everybody's doing curbside to go now, pull up in the parking lot, grab the food, and pull off, or like Wingstop. That's a popular Nova attraction. Yeah, that's a good one. And then, once, like she said, let's go on a date, and you say it like that, then it's taking like, okay, let me try to put some great on. Sometimes you ain't gotta put the dress clothes on. You ain't even got to, but you can put on your best fit, man. Like,
exactly. It's the effort. It's
try to go out. Try to go out.
Going out on a date and I got a full-blown dress on and some heels, and you show up with your Nike sweats and your slides, and like, we established this. Like, I'm like, we talked about this. What are you doing?
Oh man, that would be. I ain't gonna lie, for real. If I told somebody who was going on a date and she pulled up in Adidas pants, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably just walk away and just get back in the car. It'd be like, just call me later. You can talk to me later. I want you to just go back. I want you to go back home. I want you to sit in your room. I want you to read that message. Read it 2-3 times over and because I'm gonna be mad and I'm just gonna have to walk away because I'm gonna be tight. I'm gonna be like, man, I done sat here. I didn't iron these clothes. I didn't put these shoes on. I didn't went all out, and here you come in the jogging pants. I'm gonna be some kind of salty. Be some kind of salty.
We still get food, but I'd be like,
I can't even get food no more. I'm not even gonna want to eat. I'm gonna be like,
you lost your appetite.
Because people gonna look at us like, what do they call it? The concierge. They gonna walk in, they go like table for two, and then they gonna look at us dumb like, okay, why does she have a suit on and she got Adidas pants on? This must be one of those complicated relationships, friends with benefits, I guess. I don't know. However you wanna use that term, but another thing with that is, yeah, dress to impress, man, especially if it's something important to that person. Because, like, I wouldn't be mad if, let's say I go out with somebody that don't own a lot of church clothes. I do know people that don't own a lot of church clothes. If I know you made your best effort to put something nice on, then we're going to be good. We're going to be good. But as long as you make your best effort. But I feel like there are some things we're missing because there are definitely a lot more missing things in relationships. So, Lexi, you got anything that you think that we miss?
We could talk about like the talking stage and what that is, because I don't really know what that is. Like, I know what it is, but sometimes I'm just kind of like, okay. Because when it comes to like talking to someone, I get it. You're trying to get to know them and everything. But then I also feel like it's a point in time where like you shouldn't still be trying to get to know someone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like a whole lot of people get caught up talking to people because they think it's going somewhere and then it doesn't. It turns out talking isn't really like you're in a relationship, so they could be talking to you and somebody else. So yeah, I feel like that's a big issue. Like, what is talking? I don't know what talking is.
I'm still fuzzy on that subject myself because you like once you get to know the person and then you go on like 2, 3, dates, y'all link up, however you want to say it, and it's like, all right, so what are we doing here? Because
Yeah, like you should know.
some people say a month. I'd be like a month. I'd be like, damn, 30 days. Like, sheesh, 30 days, and you want to say we going out? Like, man, that's a fast paced relationship. Like that means I done seen you almost like a few times, more than a couple times in a month to even claim that. Yes, that's a really that's a
It's
really,
a real fuzzy topic because, like, I get wanting to get to know somebody, and some people it takes longer, and I get that. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people abuse that whole like, oh, I'm just trying to get to know you, when they really trying to get to know you and somebody else to see if they would like you better and not them. So it's like, what is that? But I don't know.
you
I
know.
feel like it's beneficial to get to know somebody, but it shouldn't be like a month or 2 or 3, and you still like, oh yeah, we just talking. Like, no, you should know by then what you wanted. That goes back to like the whole communication thing. Like, I would rather know off top that you don't want anything out of a relationship or you don't want a relationship rather than talking to me for fun or entertainment and then it goes nowhere. Because that's a waste of people's time. And that's why people be like, men are trash. Because they've been had their time wasted over and over. So it just comes down to like saying what you want from the beginning and knowing what you want from the beginning.
3 months, 3 months is definitely that's a long time. Now 3 months, I don't recommend 3 months. Two at the most, because after that, y'all should have an idea of what we're trying to do here. Because
Yeah.
some people, wife get wifed up in 6 months, but I doubt I'd be one of those people in 6 months because that's a big step. But let's see. I think that might be almost everything because I did go on to the other and I think it was one thing I said that was about the shooting your shot. And I ain't gonna lie. That is that to me. I ain't gonna lie, that's probably the hardest part to start a relationship, honestly, because like nowadays, I was like, so I see somebody, you gotta sit here and you really gotta type like the perfect line. Like,
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
you be surprised, like you can't say you gotta compliment them and then you gotta come up with this. I don't even know however you gotta put it. Sometimes you gotta drop a compliment, but some reason you can't ask them, oh, what's up? Compliment them, what you doing, things like that. It can't be that. It can't be.
Oh, what's up? What is oh, what's up?
So I said like, hey, what's up? Like
Oh.
oh, that's not good.
Yeah, no.
But
I think so. Okay, I got a question for you.
okay.
So, would you rather have somebody shoot their shot at you, or would you rather shoot your shot?
Well, my friends, my guy friends definitely would. I would obviously want my shot shoot at me because other way around, it don't go that smooth. It don't work out that way. Honestly, I don't think. Well, it's never been in a DM. It's always been like in person. So I never had it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Direct,
It's
not
good.
direct.
It's good in person. Cause like I tell my mom, like I'm an in-person person. I'm like, okay, an in-person person. Okay, let's rephrase that. I do much better in person. Like when I see somebody in person, it's like textbook. It's nothing. But like DM, it's like it's just not the same. Whoa, you gotta talk.
It's actually surprising.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like in person you can talk one way, but in text gotta be like something totally different. It's like a whole new set of rules. So like I ain't gonna lie, I hate texting. Hate texting. Hate all of it. The both side texts be like, "What's up?" Ask you how you doing, and then what you got going over the next couple of days. Link up or something, and then I don't know. I'm pretty distant. Like I'm a personal space. Like I hit you up probably. Let's say what's it? Friday. Hit you up Friday. What you doing for a couple of days? Let's say you gonna go out Tuesday. Probably gonna talk to you Saturday because I talked to you yesterday. Baby, cause for real, I run out of things to talk about. Like you don't talk too much. You just be trying to just talk about nothing. Like you just be like, all right, damn, what's talk about?
That's why you gotta create the conversation. It could be about anything.
See, I get that a lot. They always say it could be anything, but then when we talk about something that is anything, it's like, okay, let's talk about something else. I'm like, come on, come on, help a brother out, help a brother out. That's why I just be like, how about you come with the topic, and then we can do it like this, because obviously you had something on your mind before, because you shot that topic out fast. But enough rambling, I guess. But I feel like we tackled almost everything. I think we can say it was a great episode, great conversation with Alexia, and y'all know that my series, I did come out with a tweet earlier that my series are getting pushed back because scheduling differences and conflicts. I said my music series is gonna be more towards Thanksgiving because I got all my friends from my hometown there, so we all gonna get the camera, do things like that. So that's gonna be a really good experience. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we're gonna do episodes kind of like a week by week basis. Have a good conversation, have one guest, have a couple guests. I got some exciting things coming up. Our next episode is climate change. Now I know everybody cares about the climate because I see it at least 2 times a day, maybe 3, depending on who. I know they definitely talk about it when the presidents get to talk because they always want to know what they're going to do. And that's very important. So we're going to talk about that next time. I got mental health. That's one coming up. Y'all stay tuned for that. And then the guy's favorite I got coming up is importance of a fresh line because everybody's talking about having a fresh cut. So yeah, definitely gonna hit on that too. But that's all I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for chiming in. Shout out to Lex for coming on today. She didn't have to. Any closing remarks you got, Lex, for the people?
No, just thank you for having me. I enjoyed having the conversation. I hope somebody gets something out of it or, can do better or not do anything at all, drop the relationship, do something. So I hope everybody gets something out of it.
All right. Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank y'all for joining us and see y'all soon.